Who told you that while on campus you can't make money? Today, I want to share with you 8 business ideas that one could venture in while on campus. I am Omar Sadat. If this is your first time here, consider
subscribe and press the bell button.
As the saying goes, a hungry stomach cannot stay focused. We all are not the same. No be everybody then they give chop money for house. So while in school, it is better to start something to be able to take care of yourself. Or while in school, if you have an ambition of establishing a business or a company, the best way to start ever is to start it while on campus. There you could acquire more experiences and have exposure while still learning. So let's start. Number 1, sell a product. Don't just sell anything just because you have it or you are good at doing it, then you want to sell that. No. Sell something that is most needful to students. So while you're on campus learning, identify things that are most needful to students. When we're in campus, students highly need pen drives. They need suits, clothes, you understand. Some people need candies. We had a student on campus who had first class. She used to sell candies while on campus. Forget about say we are grown. University or tertiary students, they also need candies sometimes. So just identify what is most needful and then venture into that. Number 2 is be a teacher. You could be a home teacher or be a teacher to support a school. You understand? So at the end of the month, they pay you something. You are in tertiary today. There were some courses that you have undertaken while you were in high school. This you may find easy in it, and while you go to revise, you could revise and then you start something with it. So while you are studying, you have your lecture hours. You also have time that you go visit and teach these people. At the end of the month, you have something into your pocket. Number 3 is organize extra classes for tertiary students. That means your colleagues or probably students that are lower than you. This idea looks quite similar to the second idea. However, this is to the tertiary students. There are some courses that you are good at. You could organize extra classes where your colleagues will come sit and you teach them. So at the end of the teaching, you got to take something out of their pocket. Don't forget, this idea is only good for people who got brain. Go gumptions, go if you do them. Number 4 is author a book. I don't mean actually a book, just author a handout. That means their lecture notes, past questions and answers. This is something that students want to buy because they want to easily pass. So if you are able to summarize the course notes in an easy form, you could make a lot of money by selling to them. You sell it to one student, it's less. Imagine selling to 500 students. How much are you going to make on it if your profit were to be 5 cedi on each? Think about that. Number 5 is starting a secretarial service. That is helping people in registration and admission. A lot of people get admissions to school. They come with their parents and they don't know the steps where to go. But if you brand yourself and then present yourself to them that you are here to help them at a small fee, you could make a lot of money out of that. See, I know of somebody who was given 400 cedis. He actually didn't charge though. So he just helped the parents through the process of admission for their student. And when they finished, they were glad with him and they gave him 400 cedis. Come. This is somebody's monthly salary, boy. If you step in, see if you could brand yourself very well and introduce yourself that, see, I am here to help you. At the end of the day, you're going to give me this amount. Imagine in a day, you are able to do it to 5 parents and they're going to give you 20 Ghana cedis. How much are you going to make at the end of the day? Think about this. Another business idea that one could undertake is Uber driving, delivery, or being an Okada. You understand? That's a commercial motor rider. When you engage in this may seem quite stressful, but one could engage in this and then earn some amount of money. But you got to know what you are doing. You got to have license. You got to have the experience to be able to maneuver yourself within this out. So if you have all this, you could make some cash out of it. What do you think? Another business idea that one cannot look down upon is producing what you know you do. So if you are a graphic designer, for example, you could produce or design something for MTN and present it to them and tell them this is what you can do. You show it to them. Probably, who knows, you could, hit a bingo with that. They give you a contract, then you do what you have done for them. You understand? So when you do products of what you know you do, you understand, to companies for free, you understand, just as a sample, when you do it for them, at least you could earn some money. Imagine you are contracted. Another business idea that one could venture in is internship. Internship, some people call it attachment. See, here, a lot of people do internship for free. Why? Because they think they want to acquire experience. But I don't advise that. You should be willing to do internship for companies, to help them out. But at the end of the day, you should charge something. Or even if you don't charge something, at some companies, they give you something at the end of the month. You understand? Because you spend in transportation, you spend in food, and you put much energy in helping them. You understand? So at the end of the day, they're going to give you something as a tip. What do you think about that? If this is your first time here, consider
subscribe and press the bell button.